99 to 99. This is absolute pandemonium on the point. XE gonna dodge self-destruct. Back over to the top, taking down Astro. A key pickoff here for the Eternal, but XE in danger. Walking away, takes down the Hammond. Sato wasn't looking. XE still in the fight. And now they're looking to Poco. Poco in danger. Eternal nearly flipping it, but Carpe is still around.
Carpe refusing to give up, fighting strong. It could be a Tracer duel that decides this round soon. So much damage. Can he find a stick?
This is so back and forth soon. One side, Carpe, the other.
It's high noon.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am DeathBlow, back again after my 5-head Houston Outlaws upset prediction from last week, here to talk about the week that was in Overwatch League. It was the very first week of hero pools, and I've got to say I'm very excited about this change. A fast-moving meta will certainly be a challenge for the teams and players and coaches, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Teams are going to have to fundamentally change, there's no avoiding it. They'll need to be much more adaptive in how they approach their game plans, and the teams that are able to accomplish this will succeed, while the teams that can't, lose. The first week of hero pools showed this off beautifully when you look at the Paris Eternal. They were dominated by Houston on Saturday, and my prediction aside, they were heavy favorites. The coaching staff was able to adjust the lineup, benching Ben Best and Nico, who Houston exploited, and bringing in No Smite and Soon. XE's too good to be on the bench right now, and Soon coming in was brilliant. Two hit-scan players are far better suited to play Soldier 76 and Tracer. They were able to make this crucial change they needed in 24 hours to earn a win over the previously undefeated Philadelphia Fusion. The match versus Philly was an incredibly fun watch. It came down to the absolute wire. We're talking 5th map, 3rd point, 99% to 99%. The fight lasts for 2 minutes from the time XE fires the first Helix rocket to the capture of the point. 21 players die, 16 ultimates are used. It was very chaotic, and I wanted to see if we could take an in-depth look at how it all went down and help us understand how Paris was able to get the win. As I said, the fight begins when XE uses Helix rocket, and I want to take a look at the positioning of the Philadelphia Fusion on defense. We've got Soldier, Brig, and Zenyatta all up on the high ground. The divers, or Sato, Poco, and Carpe, are all positioned on opposite ends of the map, ready to pounce on the Paris Eternal wherever they initiate from. When Paris reveals that they're in the back room, the backline for Philadelphia moves down the stairs to gain sight lines on Paris. At this time, the tanks for Philadelphia dive in and the fight begins. Both Brig players start the fight with Rally. Soon is pressuring the Philadelphia backline from the high ground and tries to use a pulse bomb on Alarm, and while it doesn't stick, it does force Transcendence. XE uses Tactical Visor but doesn't find any value with it, and Paris decides to dive the backline of Philadelphia. Hanbin and No Smite split their focus, with Hanbin focusing on Alarm and No Smite on Ivy and Funny Astro. Both tanks lose their fight. Alarm demechs Hanbin and forces him to use his ultimate to try to remech and stay in the fight. No Smite uses Primal Rage to stay alive through the burst damage he suffers while stunned. While this is happening, Soon makes an attempt to kill Carpe but comes up short. He tries to retreat to the safety of his team, and Sato dives on him and is able to secure the kill.
First blood.
Sato has to use Primal Rage to survive the burst damage of Paris's backline. No Smite reinitiates immediately in order to protect Hanbin as he remechs. He's also able to knock Funny Astro off the map. Hip pushes too far forward, and Alarm's able to punish him for it. However, Sato gets isolated by No Smite, and with help from the self-destruct and XE, Sato falls. Alarm gets pinned in this corner as well, and this 3k Primal Rage from No Smite is one of the most important and pivotal plays throughout the entire fight. While all this was going on, Carpe was able to sneak in and stick a pulse bomb to FD God. With a player advantage and Soon fast reapproaching, Paris gets aggressive and dive after Ivy. They're able to take him down before Funny Astro gets back to the fight as Lucio to help. But this triggers a series of trades. No Smite can't quite get out and falls to Poco. XE is on the high ground and is able to kill Poco and force him to use his ultimate for a chance to remech and stay in the fight, which he's able to do. Hanbin is almost able to escape to a health pack, but he finds Sato on Wrecking Ball waiting to finish him off, both his mech and the pilot. The aggression from Paris was very costly, and the swaps by Funny Astro and Sato did a lot to help bring the fight back to even. While Poco is remeching, Xe regains the high ground and is able to get a quick kill on Funny Astro. He then retreats to safety behind the point and is able to help fend off Sato as he's trying to take out Hip behind the point. Sato falls thanks to a Discord Orb and Helix Rocket combo that deals 150 damage on its own. He then finishes a crucial demech on Poco, and Carpe finds a way into the backline to finish off the kill on Hip. This next part is the nail in the coffin for me. Ivy is just returning to the fight as he gets his ultimate. He drops a biotic field, activates Visor. As soon as he does, Soon drops him low, and Xe finishes him off with a Helix Rocket before any value can be gotten from the ultimate. FD God gets the kill on Poco's pilot Diva, and with things getting out of hand, Philly tries to flip the script and go aggressive. Sato aggressively attacks the backline of Paris, and Soon tries to stick a pulse bomb to him, but fails. Sato's pile driver knocks up Xe, Soon, Hanbin, and FD God, and with the Diva displaced and Xe vulnerable, Carpe tries to stick a pulse bomb to the soldier. He instead connects with the wall next to where Xe will fall. And Xe, who clearly plays Smash Brothers, DIs out of the way, and as he falls, he avoids the damage entirely and pops his visor. Alarm counters with Transcendence, and Philly tries to get aggressive once again on Xe. The peel from Hanbin and FD God is remarkable here. Xe is able to fall back and gain line of sight on his Zenyatta to pick up a healing orb. And while Hanbin loses his mech, the rest of Paris is able to focus fire down Sato very quickly thanks to Discord Orb. This time it's No Smite's turn to eat 150 damage Helix Rocket on the Wrecking Ball. He falls just as FD God is using the beat that would save his life. But with 5 players under the effect of a sound barrier, Paris gets aggressive. Soon dashes forward and drops Funny Astro low in HP, and Hanbin is able to clean him up as Pilot Diva. Carpe is forced to use Recall, and Paris is able to take advantage. Xe and Hip finally are able to take down Carpe. Poco dives into the middle of Paris and manages to trade with Xe, something that was sorely needed but comes way too late in the fight. Ivy gets surrounded and bursted down by Paris, and they're finally able to flip the point. Alarm's off getting a health pack, and it's okay though. He can get back once his Wrecking Ball recontests. Wait. Sato? What you doing here, bud? We'll just save that minefield for next week, I suppose. What a battle this fight was. It really did turn out to be Carpe versus Xe in the end. It's not a coincidence that Carpe's first death came 10 seconds before the end of the round and Xe's came 7 seconds before. If this week was any indication, hero pools are going to have some growing pains, but I think we can all agree that the excitement of Overwatch is back in a big way. Personally, in a way I haven't felt since release. That's going to do it for this week's video. I'm looking forward to the Florida homestand this weekend and any of the great moments we'll get to cover next week in a video. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel and the video. Please also leave a comment letting me know your opinions about hero pools. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I really enjoy making these videos and look forward to making them every single week. And with that, remember,
It's high noon.